Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Here I am. Here I am for you to enjoy, to play with, to talk to overall experience a game with me, be it first or last, or whatever. And I appreciate it. Now here we go. We're back in it. The only thing my throat. The only thing I remember, there are a few things I read about this game. One of them was that the game just ends suddenly. Which has left me guessing when it's going to end. Thinking every single fight is like, oh, it's going to end? Oh, is it going to end? Oh, is it going to end? Oh man, we lost some heavy hitters, huh? Oh, eagle. Everyone else has won. That's only 2. I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of lost looking at these two to see if anything besides the scar was different. I guess I'll have to accept that. So do I want to leave, destroy the bridge, or fight on the bridge? I kind of want to fight on the bridge. I feel like this is a failure, though. Like, it just can't happen. Like, can't win it. At the warfront, rows of Varl are lined up, waiting for their turn to fill in as the warriors on the bridge battle dredge in one endless churn of bodies and blood. Fasalt catches your eye in between giving orders. You lost, human, he says. We could offer help. Let's give it a shot, whatever. Fair enough, Fasalt admits. I'm not going to argue against putting you on the bridge, he says. But we've got plenty of wounded here as well. You can work a needle. We'll fight on the bridge. Fasalt nods and puts you in line with others. Don't be a hero, he grunts. Kill a few and come back alive. A slow terror starts to creep in from waiting to go into battle, but eventually you find yourself face to face with rows of dredge packed shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, ready up. Ooh. What would be interesting here, I feel, is... where's your rest? Rest. Ooh, he got in line. Oh man, I can't actually hit him. Are you joking me? Oh, I could just kill this guy, though. Oh, man, I don't like this move. I feel like this is a bad move. Whatever, let's get 9 on you. I don't know, this guy's useful, but I don't know how useful. Man, she can't move at all, can she? Yoink. Okay. Yeah, let's make it half. Why not? Ooh. I had been expecting him to move. Yeah, let's get more armor off of him. Ew. We can hit this guy for 4. Let's do it. Ooh. Practically. Hurt. Ooh. This guy's useless. This guy's not useless, but he's getting there? Mend him up. This guy's like a nothing. Donk. Ooh, 5 armor. I want to hit this guy though. 4, 5. Get him to be a bit more useless. I think we're doing good though. Like this guy's nothing. They're hitting armor real hard though, aren't they? I don't know if 6, 4, 1. No, I don't want you to do that ability. Attack him. Because we do kind of got to start killing people. As much as I'm not good at that kind of mind game in this game, it does got to happen. Yep. Let's do a mend on this guy. Shoot, I haven't leveled this guy up still yet, have I? Oh no, lady. You didn't get to do anything. Well, let's get him slightly weaker, eh? Man, we're just moving everybody up, aren't we? Can we... I don't even know how, like, useful this is to do, but I'm doing it. Bam. Man, I wonder if taking out his armor would have been the best thing to do. The fact that he moves when you whack him, super annoying. Super duper annoying. Look, we're just chasing him across the battlefield. We're giving chase. Though we got him. So if nothing else, we farmed a little bit of renown. You'd swear the fighting is getting more vicious and dangerous. Again, you let the next line of Varl push into battle when you don't dare to risk it anymore. Come back tomorrow if you're looking for more, says Vasalt. You sleep poorly. Ivan's suggestion to collapse the bridge, repeating in your mind. Okay, so fighting on the bridge just gives you a bit of juice, so to speak. Yeah, this guy need to bump up. Do I want more health or armor? And it's a weird thing. Well, there we go, I guess. Dang, I would love to be able to upgrade him. Poor Eggle. Shoot, do we blow up the bridge? And save lives? But make them mad? The lives we saved mad? Or do we just leave? Like, it is their choice, obviously. They want to fight. Fight practically to the death, it seems. And I mean, not that that would help them much in the grand scheme of things, because they're a race of static numbers. Like, they can never increase, apparently, because the gods made them. That's the only way they can make more of them, but the gods are dead. So, however many there are right now is as many as there will ever be again, I guess. So everyone that dies is just one less. And they'd all die eventually. Do we want them to die now, though? Like, destroying the bridge feels like the drastic good thing to do. Just leaving feels like the neutral thing. Let's... Oh gosh. Let's destroy the bridge. Irvin nods when you tell him you'll help destroy the bridge. He reminds you of the plan. Get him out onto the bridge and give him time to strike until it falls. Hold off anyone who comes to stop him, Dredge or Varl alike. Are you ready? Yeah, whatever. You follow Ivan to the bridge, where the Varl are lined up to join battle. They readily let you step in for the next group, curious to watch the Mender fight. When you've killed a few, I'll begin, Ivan whispers. I feel like having him on my team isn't going to work out. Should I big brain it and boot him off? No. Let's keep him. This is a bad idea. Oh, that's a lot of boys. That's a lot of boys. Far more boys than I wanted. This lady sucks. This lady's a bit better. Ready up. Rest. Oh, I hate the ranged guy. Get your fancy rocks out of here. That would put him right in the brawl, wouldn't it? Boom. Hurt him up. Ow. Boy. Well, we can just kill one of them, I guess. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but... I don't understand how to use this guy properly, I feel like. Let's see, 4, 2, 4... Let's hit the people we can hit easy, I guess. And then this lady can do some shield damage. Ooh. That's all you can do, huh? Are you hurt? You are actually kind of hurt. When did you take that much damage? I don't know. Boom. Yeah, this guy's too strong. $11. There we go. Don't bop my daughter. I guess. Ow. Yeah, the mender, I don't know what to do with him. I don't like having him in the party. Wow. Well, we can hit him for a shield. Oh. Honestly, this guy, because he has more health. Oh, my friend. Move him up. Attack this guy's shield. Yeah, this guy is just like a tickler now. 4, 2, 2, 3, 2, 6. Attack the big guy. Hmm. 9. I guess we do need to start getting rid of people, don't we? We can't dally all day. Yoing! Ooh. Ooh. Pillage mode. You can't do anything, lady, because you suck. Oh, this girl can do it, though. Pew! Oh, golly gee. We're blowing up the bridge. At a break in the fighting, Irvin starts to rain down lightning on one of the bridge supports further ahead. Dredger respond with confusion, shuffling away from the area. Then the Varl notice. "What are you doing?" shouts Full Salt. Several more Varl join him. Irvin is locked on his task. Another lightning strike, sending rubble into the air. "Stop," shouts Salt, drawing his weapon. The others follow suit, ready to attack. Defend. "Stay close," you tell the others, drawing your axe. A lead is shaking so hard you can see it from a distance. With a shout, Falset attacks. Krumer would join us? Interesting. Oh, we can promote you. There we go. There we go. That was it. You're promoted. Enough. 10, 10, 9. Oh, he's 10 and 11? Let's get him up there then. He only has one shield break. Everyone else only has one shield break. Let's go. Your little lightning toots aren't doing much, are they? Pew pew. What a weird setup. I don't like this guy. But bop him with all your shieldly strength. Ooh. Come on, dude. You've trained for this. You've trained for this. Oh man, that guy. Why'd that guy do that much damage? I don't know. Well, there. One guy's crippled-esque. Move him here, I guess. shield. 9. Why not? Get a mega. No shields. There we go. Yep, and hit this guy for... Let's do 8. I might as well use my inspiration or whatever the heck it's called. Wasn't using it for much anyways. That guy down. Some at least. Donk. Ow. 3, 4. Well, we gotta take out someone. I guess we don't have to take out someone. I don't know why I said that. Boom. No, crazy guy. Do all the damage you can, crazy guy. Ooh. 8, 4, 7. I think that's all my inspiration. That's fine. Ooh. 3, 7. Who's next? Whatever. This guy just went. So it's him, I believe. Whatever. Oh, my boy! My boy! Hooray! Did we kill the one guy? I kind of feel bad for killing him. I feel like he's gonna die anyways. Dead Varl lie at your feet, their blood on your hands. You're pulled from your creeping revulsion by a thunderous crack, and suddenly Irvin is rushing past. Run, he screams. The stonework crumbles behind you, and the other Varl flee for your lives as the bridge collapses around itself into the deep abyss beneath. The dredge who have not been taken in with it scramble over each other to outrun the collapse. When the dust and snow clears, you can see a yawning gulf between you and the dredge. They won't be crossing it again. Rough hands from a screaming mob of Varl pull you from the ground to the great hall. Was there not just one thing I demanded? I forgot the names. Jordan launches from his throne, pointing an axe in your direction. You've broken this alliance, human. Man and Varl are no friend to each other anymore. This is my reward for allowing men into Ehrentoft. Do not blame all of humanity for my... There is a bustle from the back of the hall. The Varl part around a shadowed figure entering the room. Jordan, enough. This fight could not have been won. They did what you were unwilling to do. Enough of this insolence. I want these people out of my city. You'd gladly let our whole race die? There's nothing glad about it. There are no more Varl being made tomorrow or 1,000 years from now. We are all there is, and we will all be gone someday. You've destroyed what we have made. What else is left of us? Will we leave no trace behind as if we never existed? We have nothing left but ruins. Now get out of what is left of my lands and my city, and never return. The guards pull you roughly from the great hall, where your caravan has been hastily gathered together. I don't know. If you all die now, then there's no hope for later, I guess. That was my thinking. Look at our supplies go down. That was my reasoning, at least. Was they might be able to do something later. Doubt it, but just giving up on it wouldn't be 100% either. Look, we actually have a few Varl with us. You notice most of the Varl pacing while others sleep their brief conversations with each other with with other clansmen grows shorter and sharper. Go away, roars one Varl, the young girl, asking too many questions. All the clansmen stop and stare. I'm impressed you've made it together this long. The Varl's embarrassment slowly morphs into irritation. We endure many pains, he says, sneering at the gawking crowd. As he stalks off, the crowd murmurs common insults about the giants. Not what I wanted. Should have cracked a joke. Those always work. More supplies missing, the woman by a wagon says. And look, tracks right here. They look like children's footprints, but my husband and I followed them into the wilderness a ways. They meet up with some adult tracks, no telling how many. Have the children watched carefully? Some parents complain deeply while others approve the decision. Regardless, you check the wagons every morning and the supplies remain consistent. It seems like whoever it was has given up on extra food. Yay. Don't mess with my food. I really don't know where we're going. We don't have a lot of food. It appears that large figures following from the direction of Arantoff. Odlif watches intently before finally saying, "They have a cart, I can hear it." You slow to get a better view and spy a small caravan of Varl. Eventually they catch up. Greetings, Ivor. It's been a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you. Ubain? Never imagined you to be one to defy the king. What made you leave? Someone had to. What do you mean? Bellower is heading this way. Already? How is that possible? A group of Varl from Wormtoe showed up around the back of Arantoff, the long way. Bellower and his army chased them across the summer path, they said. Past Wormtoe? That doesn't make sense. Bellower was at the bridge. He must have doubled back after that serpent appeared. While we fought on the bridge, he led half his forces around to approach Arantoff from behind. The attack on the bridge was a feint? Don't let anyone tell you the Dredge aren't clever. Arantoff will fall within a day. Maybe not. He's following you. I thought one of you might know why. You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up. Oh, certainly not dreams about snakes and ladies. Must be me then. Oh, Ivor. Is there something I don't know? That's quite a grudge he's holding if he's coming for you, Ivor. It doesn't matter. Our only chance is to get to Sigholm. Juno will know what to do. We'll join you. I bring supplies and warriors. And my friend Gunolf here bears a heavy sword. I believe he'd be happy to swing it for you. Yeah, that guy. Oh, 2 days of supplies. Nice. Gunolf is a pretty... Oh, we got our renown. Is this where we technically all joined back up? The caravan stops at a split of the road. Ahead, the path leading to Sigilholm veers off into the hills, which are now swimming with familiar black shapes. Dredge that way too, grimaces Ervind. The summer path leads straight to Sigholm, while taking the main road will add several days. They're every way by now, replies Ubin. I suggest we go around past Herstock. Okay, we'll go around, Ubane. I hate to say it, you tell Erdoran, but I'm not willing to walk into swarms of dredge anymore. You know we'll have to wait. You turn toward the long round... You turn toward the long round around. Whoa, what a word. What a phrase. Harstop instead, hoping you've saved lives in the process. Moral decline. We're saving up our renown for food, though. We'll buy all your food, people. All of it. Every last morsel. Hopefully. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends, the man says. We are poor farmers down in our luck. The woman hits him and says, we're outlaws, plain and simple, 10 of us, and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. What are your crimes? Misunderstandings, the man said. Mead houses are confusing. Never know you've drank your share. The woman hits him again. We've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit. You out there. Join us, but you'll be watched. The two quickly shuffle to a supply wagon as 8 more bandits emerge from the wilderness. They gorge themselves on salted fish and cheese, taking time to thank everyone. After eating, they politely keep to themselves. I don't know. I don't want to turn people away. Ah, finally a stop. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and sightings of the dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children. You know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. Let them make their own decision. You welcome anyone who wishes to join caravan. You welcome anyone who wishes to join caravan. Should it be the caravan? Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. Morale's low, boys. But we got money to spend. Boom. Boom. Let's rest. Yay, we're happy. Heroes. Can we... He will take 20 to level up, won't he? Yeah. This guy, on the other hand... Ooh. Ooh, Ivor's back. Ivor has become a strong arm. Is that what this guy is? No, he's a war leader. Here, we want Ivor back. He's not nearly as tanky as before, but... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So he has potentially 2 levels left. I kind of want the armor. 1. Potentially get 3 more in this, I guess. Whatever. Well, we have this guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, we didn't level him? Oh, this guy. Don't talk much, do you? You approach the massive green-clad varl who is sitting quietly by himself eating bread. So? Just want to know anyone who can cleave a dredge in 2 like that a little better. I'm Rook. What to know? Ubin asked me to chop a dredge in 2. I chop him. Traveled with Ubin long? Yes, long time. When I was young. I fight for other varl. It did not work out. But I learned to swing a sword. Ubin pays well, gives me plenty of things to kill. To be honest, maybe too many things these days. You like that sword, huh? No, I love this sword. Given to me by old Skymir himself. When I started working for Ubin, he says, I protect the king's collection, I protect the king. Gnolf makes an expression somewhere between pain and frustration. I couldn't save it, though. He makes a hand motion like an object falling from a tall height and exploding. I don't know that. So I guess just... Mattered a lot at the time. I think it doesn't matter now. Skymir is dead anyway. I'll let you finish your meal. Want to be friends with Gnolf, Rook? He pops the last hunk of bread into his mouth. Keep food in the cart. I'm trying my hardest, dude. That's like prime number 1. Oh, we should level up her, huh? Promote, yeah. Boom. Yeah, whatever. Then we don't have enough. Okay. What is this? Arm, strength, will. I don't necessarily like... I wish this would mouse, when I mouse over stuff, it would like pop up over their faces too if they had something or not. Alright, well, we're leaving. We're good spirits. We got food. It's been 94 days apparently. But we can't be stopped. Can't be, won't be. Hopefully. Look at that! Shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch dredge pooling into the village you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Let, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village, marching toward you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over. Then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Odif's, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Odif, squinting, but we should get out of here. Odd's right, let's go. But why don't you come with us next time you want to try out that bow, you tell Nid, who nods, a smile on her face. Got a new person, neat. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but neat. We're marching on. Oh, a godstone. Look, I'm catching these things, I think. Stop. A resolute voice calls from somewhere in front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive, with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple wagons and pretend you never stopped here. How? Inform them about the coming dredge. I'm guessing you have no idea the dredge are on their way, you shout. If that's the case, friend, says the leader, we need those supplies more than ever. Without even a glance at his men, the attack begins. What a fool. Well, we're ready. Ivor doesn't have anything. You kidding me? This guy's dead. -1 aggro. 1 will, 1 armor, a turn. Oh, he's not strong enough. What is this? Warrior's Oath, 1 will. Well, I don't have this guy, so we'll give it to him. Ivor's gonna be going first. They got a lot of shooty pew-pews, don't they? No. I can move just 1 over and accomplish it. And he's swinging that with 1 arm. Ivor, you're a beast. You shoot the lad? The lad's getting too strong for you guys to contain. No, lad! Yep. We got Gnolf here, though. Just cut the lady in 2, sorry. Had to be done. No matter who I hit, they're dead. So... who's she shooting? All of them? No. I was gonna say, what the heck? Nope, doesn't matter. Odd leaf. Shield him? No. Rain of arrows right in front of him? Does that work? Lady, what are you doing so close to home like this? Ooh, promote. Oh, we got him. We're coming in on you, lady. As sad it is to say. We're getting rid of all your armor. Let Oddleaf get the XP, because I think Rook is maxed. Well, he has a promotion available, which I think will put him max. Poor guys. Ivor! Let! Not enough renown! Normal morale. We're heading to the Godstone. Oh, look, it's actually getting green a bit. Oh! What happened to this one? It almost looks like he's giving a thumbs up. I mean, I know it's a stick, but it almost looks like he's like... Oh, we don't even stop? Or is it going to go into place, then we stop? Yeah. The Godstone of Dunder passes around you. In the frozen climate, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind stops off completely, picking up again once you've passed through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing. With all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Stay here for the night, why not? You walk around the camp before settling in. Along each strand of Dunder's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them beards, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. Yay! As the camp settles, you notice a group of boys huddle around something. They show you an offering box, carved into the Godstone itself. The box is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. We can't get it open. They tell you it's like a puzzle. The boys take turns working out the puzzle and give you tips when it's your turn, though you don't seem to make much progress. Eventually, they leave to sleep until it's just you and a couple other determined youngsters. Keep working on the box. It's hard to know how long you spend sliding around the smooth puzzle pieces, but when people begin emerging from their tents, you know you're in trouble, exhausted from a long, sleepless night. Worse still, the box remains closed as you shuffle wearily along with the caravan. That's too real. Staying up all night working on something. I need more water. Up ahead, a shout scouts some giant hall, but it's empty. You approach the structure, but recognize none of the markings. The walls seem unsteady at best. Finally, sleeping beneath the roof, you overhear several families begin unpacking. Look for clues about why it was abandoned. Whoever left here may have had a good reason, you tell the caravan, but after a few tiring hours of searching for clues, you have no answers. The frustration of the wasted time is apparent in the clansman's face. Sleep in the old hall. We're gonna die. Cheers erupt as people flood into the building. A Varl leans against a supporting pillar. It cracks and brings down a portion of the massive roof, crushing a number of clansmen beneath it. Sadly, the rubble is too deep to recover their bodies, and you leave the building behind with regret. Take that, you fools. Look, this is where we were headed to, right? I should have went the other way to get a lot more XP. In the distance, Horrocop smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see black figures shambling through. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your suspicions. There's usually survivors, Odlif reminds you. Check it out, why not? I hope others would do the same for me. Dredger, nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, it might throw Bellower off the scent a bit. You head a day's march towards Horrorstop. As soon as you step foot in the small town, you think you've made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the dredge are upon you as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. Ready for battle. How many we got? Not a lot. Too many still. They really do have a thing for, like, spreading us out weird, don't they? Who's first? That guy? Who's second? That guy. Move. Why not? I can hit him for 5. That's a good chunk. Oh no! Shield boy's coming in hot. Hit him for half. Donk. Aha. No. No. Shoot, he can't help it. He just has to kill him. Whatever. Donk, no! 5, 8, 6. Sorry. There we go. 5, 6, 7. Five, 6. Yeah, get this guy. Leave him ouched. Yeah, whatever. Hit this guy for 2. Do your best. Oh, that guy didn't like it, did he? Ivor, you know what to do. We don't want more people. See. Hit that guy for 2. Let's go over this way. Hit this guy for dead. Mainly get rid of the rocks, honestly. Then Ivor just can't help himself. He's a murdering machine. He moves that arm and it's just ready to bring destruction. We can bop this guy for almost all of his stuff. He just walked back. He was like, doo-doo-doo. There we go. Dead. Ow! There we go. Hope that's good. 40 battles. Oh, wow. I'm guessing you don't have to do 40 battles? Eagle. I'd promote you if I could. This town is nothing but ghosts, and now covered in more dredge bodies too. Remarkably, as you're about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market stall, with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing were wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Nid, your rook, I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I never even tried before Odef made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Odef's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I wanted to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems, sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skugor. I know most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostalor, But we were driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I'm sorry. Eric's men killed my husband. Now Ericl is traveling with us. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons. I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you want me to put an arrow in something. She returns to her tent with her boys waiting for her. Or where her boys are waiting for her. Market time. We're going to give that old man... What is this? I said market, not map. No, you're right, I did say map. What a foolish thing for me to do, huh? Armor protects from death. There we go. Hero time. I have 20. I don't know if upgrading a rook is really worth it. Ivor is, though. Boom. Boom. There we go. Eagle, you're next. Raid Master. Master. Get you up to 14 armor. Yeah, we're leaving. After we rest, we bought food. We want that morale good. We're on the road again to literal greener pastures. Ahead, you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulders and says, "Gods be damned, this is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these supplies wagons is yours." While remaining silent, the peasants plead to you with their eyes. "Back away from these people. What's going on here?" "Nothing concerning you," he replies, "and before you start telling me otherwise, these are my clansmen. Thought they could run off with every scrap of food in the village. Now all I want is you to move on, so take your share or don't." He could be lying. Or if they really stole all the food, that's bad. You know what? I've gotten involved a lot. Let's just take and leave. You nod, and a few of your men take hold of the supply wagon, bring it into your caravan. Other clansmen take a bit of coaxing. They eventually turn their backs to the scene and move on, but in lower spirits. Yeah, I don't blame you. Sad day all around. But, had to be done. Had to be done. Another godstone. I didn't even notice this one. Or was it farther away? Poor guy missing an arm. Look at my little clan. Whee! Is this... The godstone for Ygritte, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger laying dead beneath the snow. "Should we be worried about that?" you ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. "I don't think so," he replies. "Still, couldn't have it hurt to have a few more guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Expect the stone." Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you, though Iron tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the story of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Irvin doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Oh, great. As you're ready to depart, you hear screams from near the godstone. The same boys so curious about the dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across his chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop, shouts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it. On the ground, before the dead slinger, is a small stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women? We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole way. Why are women and children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading. They're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sunder during the Second Great War. We called it Raise. Every time we would build our forces, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon Raise deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop when I took her head. See why he wouldn't want to talk about that. That's how I killed Asunder. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left. Walked until I ended up in Skoger, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound in the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. Put it to a vote. While some grumble about leaving it to chance, the caravan votes pretty clearly in favor of leaving the infant behind. It remains beneath the godstone as the caravan departs. You try to put the whole episode out of your mind and focus now on reaching Sigelhorn. I don't know. So the baby wasn't dead. Is that the godstone up there? I don't know. Was that the right thing to do? I feel like there's a lot of not right things to do. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that Varl have gathered. Ivor joined your approach. Ubane, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a mead house than battling Asunder? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow head first into the dredge, they follow you into the hills, get lost. Now they're not following you. When did this 100 times? When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Have you ever heard about the time I hit a Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? What's this about? Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krumer. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Old rivalry you got there. Comments like that remind me I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I'd already be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you come in Jagdvar, you could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Alright then. Alter Hargeborg, you said hello. Kumar and a good many Varl head out toward the growing army of dredge. Is he going to come back? He always has before. This time feels different, I fear. Bye, friend. We lost 30? 40 Varl? We barely have 200 fighters. Well, army men? I still don't know how this works 100%. I assume Varls and fighters are attackers, help for the fights. Clansmen, maybe not. Maybe they do, but not as much. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni or no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Explain yourselves. Ragni chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says, but this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, Liar! The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry this is far from over. Is this like the drunk guy? He's just gonna get killed? Oh, look. Gather round, doubters, echoes a shout in the distance as Krumar and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage, and behold the invincible Varl. The caravan is thrilled to see Krumar return safely. Did the plan work? Asks Ubin. Work, responds Krumar. Curse it worked. Same old dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. 20 renown. And if you apologize, I'll tell how I found these, Krumar says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubane can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie. You gained Dunder's hand. I don't know if I want the hand of someone called Dunder. Because he was one of the gods, though.
As Sigurholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
So we're buying food first. If there's food to be bought. Oh look, there's a little warrior right here. I really don't know what my tactics are going to be. What's the end game? One catastrophe to another, says Ode Oddleaf. As you pull into Sigurholm, the town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Irvin, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here. You get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Wow, the music gets so loud during these parts. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleaf and Irvin. As long as we need to. I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Irvin. I think Oddleaf is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Alright. I'm trading you all my renown for food, please. Boom. No reason to look at heroes. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno? Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here or something has happened to her, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What's it like to be a mender? Bender? Being a mender? I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now, builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No. No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How does weaving work, anyway? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grofheim as it burned. Irvin gets a faraway look in his eyes. The sunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in the thousands. Most of the sunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading toward Aberrang. Bellower stayed in Grofheim, just for the sport of it, I think. As we flew to Ehrentoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Reyes? Maybe, but let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long it will take, or what it means even. And that is kind of counter intuitive to the fact that it's just day all the time. Half the world is covered in dark. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Aberrang. If we could find ships and make it the capital, we might have a chance. I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spent all day worrying about serpents or sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Probably not, dude. A scuffle has broken out in front of the houses. Thief shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Ode Leaf is already running in their direction. They took our supplies, you hear from nearby. Chase the thieves. Come on, you shout, and Syl will join in the chase. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some tense words are exchanged about whether anything has been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it ends the conversation dead. +3 strength. What is she wearing? What is she wearing? Oh, river battle. Okay. Look at my little group. Maybe? I don't know. This guy's dead, though. I just can't help it. Natural born killer, that one is. Oh, Egil. Whatever. Man, these guys are weak. And I love it. Oh, do I love it. Oh, wait. Oh, she can't do anything. Just stay there then. No, you shoot them. Whatever. Take a bow to the face. Sorry, lady. We want renown. Just do some armor bopping. Get all of his armor gone. We need 15. Only 10. Thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. Fine, we'll leave. Rook, wait, please, Urga begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving as though he's given up. Okay, just a little bit longer. We'll rest. A random assortment of people for the caravan confront you. Listen, says one. We don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about menders or whatever, but we're just going to leave, and I hope you'll join us. Looks like a couple dozen people, farmers and fighters alike, feel the same way. I encourage them to stay. They make it clear they're not interested in discussing the issue, shaking their heads and setting out. Without the rest of the caravan ready to go, there's little you can do to stop them. You hope they make it, and that you haven't made a mistake yourself. There. We're in good morale. We can leave now. We'll wait 3 days. 2. Yeah, we're leaving. I'm sure she'll catch up. Irvin looks out across the lake with a 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long it'll take. What do you think? A detour around it. You leave Silvercombe and start to feel your way around the flooded area, which has washed out the road completely. You continue far into the wooded area, which slows you down even farther. Already committed, you hope you didn't make a grave mistake. You leave Silvercombe in a hurry, hoping to outpace the dredge that must be close behind. As you continue further south, you first hit overgrowth, and then forest before finding land that is dry enough to follow back around. By the time you circumvented the mud, you've lost a lot of time and hope it doesn't haunt you later. I don't need to trounce through the mud. Please and thank you. No thank you. Wow, it's been 118 days. That is a while. I wonder... We're going to stop here at the spooky place? No, okay. A group of men with broad shoulders and thick cloaks approach the caravan. They might be outlaws you hear nearby, and the idea quickly ripples through the clansmen. One of the strangers approaches, saying, "We've run out of food, and any help would be welcome." His hard eyes reveal nothing of his motivations. Fight with us and earn your food. The men look surprised by your offer. In short order, they join the caravan and start sharing tales and drinks. Unfortunately, it is less than a day later that you discover they vanished along with a sizable portion of your supplies. My kindness. Being treated so poorly. As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onef pulls you aside. "I have a couple concerns I wanted to talk to you about," he says. "In private." You find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? Who are you worried about? I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Skolger, they're loyal. I mean, it seems clear they'll die to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. What about the Varl? You don't even know half of those warriors. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened in Ertoft? They joined us voluntarily. And they might voluntarily put a sword in your gut, too. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Krimmer gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force at any time if they wanted to. They haven't. Doesn't mean they won't. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us. A mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Sighorn. Irvin's just the apprentice. What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Irvin? I heard they I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere where the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous serpent shows up in Ertoft after tearing the world in half. Takes one look at Irvine and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? Irvin could have taken control long before now. A shrewd man with ambitions can be very patient. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook. But it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef fighters from Frostleaf leap into action, cutting people down. As Odif turns the fire on the men, Onef runs her through, pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour. In one clean motion, his blade then takes Eagle. Whoa, no! Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. Oh, God. You rise to your feet through the pain. Eagle and Odif are dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lungs might be punctured. Enough clutches. Elit's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours from across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. What was this? What's this malarkey? What is this malarkey, seriously? Eagle! I'm gonna take a break and cry. Then I'll be back. Okay, that was a bit longer break than I wanted. I looked it up because it bothered me. Eagle's just dead. Nothing I could do during that conversation to save him. So gosh darn far back if I wanted to save him. Yeah, he's just dead. He's just dead. He's just dead. He's just dead. Because I'd have to, as far as looking at it goes, I would have to have just literally not taken that one guy with me to prevent this and let him live. So, nothing I can do, unfortunately. Nothing I can do. Oh man, I really wanted Eagle to survive. Move him here. We can bop this guy, leave him at 1 health. I can't believe this happened. Lady, do you have any amount of... Nope. Oh man, that really took the wind out of my sails. It really did. I was so hyped to keep Eagle alive too. 5, 8. We'll just kill this guy. Oh, sorry, lady. I left you too close in, didn't I? Yeah, let's bloody flail him, huh? Down to 3. It's pretty pathetic, huh, dude? Get this guy down. Oh, he just ran away. Like a bab. What is her ability? Fire arrows at a greater range with a 100% chance to hit. Not bad. Not bad at all. No, he made it. You shouldn't have made it, dude. Yeah, you're just getting chopped in half. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I am feeling a bit distraught by that. I really am. Where's Let? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit when you're already hobbling. But you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. As a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks. Then you hear Let screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. In a small clearing, Alette lies with her back against a tree. Her hands and her clothes are covered in blood. She stares vacantly ahead, unblinking. Beside her is the body of Onef, an arrow buried in his right eye, as if placed there by a hand. She looks in your direction, and then Onef, "I killed him," she says. Good. Alette, are you alright? You cringe as much from the pain as the appearance of Let after her bloody struggle with Onef. No, I'm not hurt. I had no choice. Dad, your chest. You're bleeding. Suddenly, she's at your side, putting pressure on the wound. I can fix this. Where is my needle? Oddleaf, anyone? I've found them. Just as your sight goes black, you see Irvin, Ivor, and Alette standing over you. He's going to make it? Your eyes open to the sound of Alette's voice. No real wound like that. I only hope I did enough. I'll survive. Dad! Alette stops herself from hugging your bandaged chest, pulling your hand to her instead. The words came out easier than you expected. Oddleaf? It's a good thing Irvin was here. She's going to pull through, though it was a nasty wound. We managed to kill most of those traitorous sons of bitches, and the rest fled into the woods. There were a lot of people I couldn't save. You did everything you could, Ivor. Nobody expects you to raise the dead. Irwin frowns deeply, putting a hand to his forehead. Why did Onuf do this, Rook? He was talking to you right before it happened. He had been planning it all along. I think that much is clear. Akil killed a good half-dozen of Onuf's men by himself. He told me Onuf was running Frostival the whole time. He left Frostival behind when he saw a better opportunity. Guess that relationship is over. Akil was always just the barking dog you put in the yard to find out who your enemies are. It was no accident Onuf went after those of us from Skoger. He must have thought with us gone he'd take the banner and the rest would fall in line. Or at worst they'd take all the supplies for themselves and leave the rest of us as dredge bait. We have to be more careful. We can't just let anyone join the caravan anymore. Nothing changes. We're not like him. You're a better person than I, Rook. None of this changes the fact that Bellower's out there somewhere following us. That swamp around Sigholm might buy us some time, but we've got to keep moving. Your body aches all over, but Ira's right. The road calls. The caravan is already starting to pack up camp. Eagle, no! Ah! Look who it is, still not dead. How are things, Rook? I can never guess with you, Akil. I heard you helped drive off the traitors when enough attacked us, and it leaves me always wondering, what's your deal? It's not so hard to understand. Why don't you try asking instead of telling? Why didn't you warn us about enough? Didn't I? How many times did I have to call him a traitor before you get the message? What'd you want me to say? Watch out, Enough's going to murder your whole family? He didn't fill me in on the details. He was always like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to convince you to off me. But listen, I don't need to know, so keep it to yourself. Why did you stick with him? I don't know, Rook. Family makes you do weird things. You know what the worst part is? We became kin when he married my sister. She died of a fever one night, but she didn't. She wasn't sick. He killed her. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he just felt like it. I was so furious. I got so angry that I wanted him to beg. I could kill him without a second thought, but that wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel sick about it, puke his guts out. And somehow that turned into, over time, he never cared and I gave up. I did what he wanted. Don't know how it happened. But when I attacked you in Frostivella, guess I'll just say it wasn't my idea. You're welcome to stay with us. Had no plans to go anywhere. So you're going to let me walk around with my own axe and everything? That doesn't mean I'm not watching you. I can accept that. You're a good man. I need to leave. And I need to pee. You're not the only busy man around here, you know. You shake your head as Akil steps away from camp. He killed her. How's your wound? You notice Odlif winces as she rises to greet you. It's doing a lot better. When I saw it happen, I thought for sure. Oh, well, I'm glad you would have missed me, Rook? She smiles. Without Irvin, that's all you could have done. Instead, you'll have to put up with my crap a little longer. Still aches like you wouldn't believe, though. Or maybe you would. Who'd you took a stab in yourself? I guess things could have gone worse. No, we've lost Eagle. I'm never going to get over that. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Sometimes it's lonely since my husband died. I guess I'd say it's more like being alone, even surrounded by all these people. Not like I don't have enough to worry about, though. I'm glad to have Alette around. And you, Rook. What do you think about the caravan? You mean, should we start kicking people out? That's a tough one. Usually I'd be the first to give you a dirty look for suggesting it. On the other hand, I got a sword in my back. Oddleif thinks for a moment before sighing. Don't send anyone away. Just make sure nothing happens to Alette. I'll give you some rest. Okay, thanks. I'll take you up on that. You know, you're welcome to keep me company. When I'm a little more awake, I mean. I'll talk to you later. Is there a little romance going on there? Let's see. Do we want to promote this guy? Yeah, we do. Use up all my money. Boom, baby. 5-5. Oh, I could upgrade one of the brothers. Let's do it. Promote. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's good. Oddleif, you're back. Boom. Okay, morale's probably. You know what? For having a mutiny, we're feeling pretty good. Let's leave. We're gonna save up all more renown we get for supplies, if we get any more. I really want more renown. A woman's stifled scream failed to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by the first sign of new life since the trip. Congratulate the new family privately. You discreetly make your way to the family's tent amid cheerful clansmen. You give your most heartfelt congratulations to the parents, telling them how strong the young boy looks. The mother cries and the father thanks you repeatedly. Give me more renown. I need that for this town. We're going to buy a few supplies. Just a few. I shouldn't have upgraded Arver. I'm sorry. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up their things and join you. 30. Oh, we're out of here. Save up the rest of our renown for the next town, I guess. Oh, man. Don't even have 2 weeks worth of food. Feeling the pressure. I should have leveled up Ivor. Hey, that's a godstone up there. Gunnar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, if there's one thing I know better than women and mead, it's, well, he smiles. Well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just none let old Unar make everything better. No questions now. We'd appreciate any help. That evening, Anir clears his throat and loudly recounts a tale of travelers ending with war and death behind them. Seeking hope instead, they carried on with courage, using heart and head. A strange poem, but the caravan is happy for a change of pace. Unar bows and turns to assist the cooks. The evening meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagons seem more full than before. You look to thank Unar, but he is gone. Thank you, old man. I needed that. Morale's still low, though. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tasted funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Observe someone who already ate some. After some time, you note that the slurred speech of a young man partaking the fruit, besides a little drunk, he seems perfectly fine. We want as much as we can. Gather what you can, you tell the others, thankful to any added amount of food to your stores. Though a few people become a little drunk from the fermented fruits, nobody becomes sick. That's a win. We wanted all the supplies. Feel bad for Unar, though. Where did he go? Oh, the twin brothers. Do. The imposing godstone of Burjorf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogun pulls you aside to show you some red berries, growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogun busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor of Bordorf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment that has swept over the caravan. Get berries. What exactly are these, you ask Kogun? When I would travel to Borzengard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these, Hogun replies. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one, and you can feel energy returning to your limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to head back on the road. The day by Brof's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. Thistleberry. I wanted supplies. Whatever. We're marching off again. I can't believe I'm still upset about Onef killing Eagle. A mother's screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this. She spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder over marriage in these times? Something must be done. The accused woman remains silent. Investigate the death. A healer joined you inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits that she'd always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Crazy. Don't hurry to get people killed.
It's more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
Rainvik comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses, abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Borsgard. You try to hurry past, but are eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. What is that? Points out Oddleaf, up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a long house, laughing. The dredge heading in your direction turn back, roaring, and begin pounding on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. Rush to help. Against my better judgment, we should probably do something, you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. Hey, shouts Avar, wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Come all the way up here just for me? He seems unconcerned about the dredge as he hoists his enormous sword. Sigelborn? Are they brothers? What did you give me? No, get out of here. Ivor, the twin brothers, and Rook. I think that's what I want. I think that's what I want. I don't know why. The twin brothers was probably a mistake. But I can't help it now. Can I? Boom. Oh, This guy just dead. Can't help it when you're a beast. This guy's coming in hot. Ooh. Take out your armor. Lame ranged guy. Put him here. Flail him, boy. Nice. We flailed him good. Flail him. Nice. Ooh. Put him here. And get rid of all that guy's armor. Why not, I say. This guy's moves pretty quick, doesn't he? Yeah, get rid of him. And this guy's super strong, but... My friend, no. Boom. Weaken him severely. Just shoot the dumb guy. Might as well just kill him. The one guy would take too many turns to actually get anywhere, in my opinion. We're going to save all that renown for the next town. Welcome to my mead house. Sherbor's House of Mead. Wasn't expecting Varl this far south, or this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall, looking on with unweariness. Who are all these people? Who are you? Who are all these? Who are you people? No, they're friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured Dredge back to a room full of unarmed people? What is wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone here. They shared some fine drink. The best drink. Wait, I was saving your ass, remember that part? If you knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. What do we do with this guy? Anyone here is welcome to join us. The townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality mead. Help you haul them back to the caravan. I'll miss this place. Good memories. Did we get that guy? With some help, you gather up the casks and mead and head back to the caravan. Sigbjorn and the other survivors in tow. The caravan gives the boisterous Varl a large berth as you set out for Borsgard. 2 weeks. 2 weeks of food. We can do it. Save up all of our morale. We're gonna camp. We're gonna be risking rest. There we go. Oh man. 10 days. 10 days. Ugh. What did I do? Sigbjorn wakes up in a pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansmen let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. Help him recover. Reluctantly, your clansmen offer any food and drink they can scrounge together for the moaning Varl. When one of them offers thin mead, he pushes it away. In fact, take this away from me, he says, handing you his massive mead stein. Eventually, Sigbjorn comes to you. I won't get into details, he says. I was supposed to bring those casks from Raverick back to Boisengard. I drank maybe half, by accident. Point is, Sigborn continues, you don't tell anybody what happened and I won't tell anyone about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You can get back to travel. Ooh. It's starting to get kind of hot. Oh. Come on. 9 days. We can do it. Just a little farther. As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of fire pull you back to attention. Flames quickly consume a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" and points to a burning tent closest to the outlying barrel. Two of the giants are motionless, staring at the spreading fire with terror in their eyes. Get the boy yourself. Wrapping your cloak around you, the smoke, flames, and tent becomes a blur as you grab the boy and slice through the back caravan with your hunting knife. You meet the ashamed look of the older Varl, while the crowd cheers on your heroic act. Unfortunately, the supply wagon didn't make it. What in the depths was this about, you mutter to yourself. Something about the fire. Oddleaf tells you, I've heard of this before. They don't like it. Doesn't change what happened, you think to yourself. We're gonna die. We don't have enough food, we're gonna die. Is that a town? We can make it. We can make it, come on. Hustle a little bit. Hustle. Hustle. Several women are talking expressively at the young girl found nearly frozen to death, now called Frostka. The quiet child's face expresses quiet terror, aggressively jabbing at the dirt with a stick, which she clearly used to draw on the ground. Try to talk to her. You're safe, Frostka, you say, looking into the girl's blue eyes. She calms down a bit before stepping towards you, using her stick to point at the deep gouges in the ground she previously made. She whispers, edgy, edgy, edgy. Doesn't mean anything to you, but you feel like you connected with her a bit.
As we pass steep cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
Whew, didn't even go down to 1. Finally, you arrive at Boersgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions and are littered with the bodies of dredge, varl, and men. Excuse the mess, shouts a voice above the gates. You look up. Looking up, you spy a striking varl, his face rather weathered with matted black hair. Movements at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging on the gate doors, without luck. Let us in, you shout. Sigborn pushes past. I won't be hearing the end of this for a while, he says before yelling. Open up, Bolverk. They dug me out of Rainverk. You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men led by the massive varl make quick work of the dredge and usher you into the city. You may be interested to know they brought a mender. You didn't go to get a mender. Where's the mead? Sigborn shrugs apologetically. I guess the mender will do. Either we've got a chance now or we're completely screwed. I'm Rook. We've come a long way. Some as far as Skurgar. Are you in charge here? In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you have something to tell us, say it. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. It won't be to talk. Mender, come along. We're going to see the governor. Bolverk and Sirgr leave with Erdvind, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. Thane. This is just like Frostroll all over again. This is nothing like Frostroll. The one in Bearskin is probably leading the Ravens. Ravens? Is that good or bad? Depends on who they're working for. Hopefully it really is the governor, not someone trying to strong-arm their way into his seat. Hold on, let me take off my jacket. When do I get the robo-arm for this guy? I guess we wait for Irvin to tell us, if he comes back. I'm not worried about Irvine. I'm worried about the army of refugees we bought. We don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody ever uttered a nice thing about Borsgard, so what now? We ought to go to the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the ravens are all they've got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now. So, the docks. We're buying all your food. Super expensive. But I needed it. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a long ship to be seen, aside from wrecks. Bodies float in the water. Buildings are tarnished and boarded up. What happened here? Murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Irvin, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. Yeah, we need food. Redrun, you're okay. It's fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borsgard is a fire keg, waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor's paying the ravens to protect him against his own people? And to keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. Where does that leave us? I promised him the Mender's protection in Aberang. I don't think he's very popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Orsma River all the way to the capital, leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on. What happens to the people living in Borsgard? It's the best I could do, Alette. He thought it could take as long as a month. You don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned, is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Alette gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Irwin, what do we do about Bellower? Irwin says nothing for a moment. I don't know. Oh, we need money. We need food. You find Irver standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. I will cut you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feel like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Ivor explains. I'm leading attacks with Irvin every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Find a source for supplies, sorry. I checked around, Olive says, and nobody has food, or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Scour the city. Oddleaf joins you as you walk up and down the street in Borsgard looking for supplies. All you find are empty stalls or outrageous prices well beyond your means, with little to offer in the first place. This entire city can't be out of food, Oddleaf barks, but you come away empty-handed and more worried than before. Ivor points out the dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday, and we could use your help. If there's nobody left to defend these walls... Rook. Says Oddleaf, approaching. Someone's handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a back street. Probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush? 2? Though I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want to check it out, let me know. Let's go to the note. You travel to a deserted back street, and a man soon approaches, confidence in his step. You came looking for quite a lot of food, he says. I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade. Oddleaf gives him a suspicious look. We don't need to complicate this, he continues. Borsgard has a lot of people in it, and we don't all get along. You're not from here, so when you get something that was stolen from me, no one will come knocking. Do you understand? What do you want? It's not what you think, he tells you. Just a drinking horn. My great-grandfather's. It was stolen. This is worth how much for you? Asks Olaf. The man laughs. As much as you're willing to carry. Will we need weapons? My friend, he says, I'd keep a knife on me just to take a crap in good old Borsgard. He marks an area on your map down near the water, scribbling Low Town next to it, though you doubt that's a real name. Rook, Oddleaf says you leave. Keep this one between us. Seems to call for a light touch. I'd rather not have people spreading rumors about how we got the food. You know, we want food. This is bad, says Irving as Euler points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. We've been losing warriors left and right, and if we don't deal with it, this will all come down by the end of the day. Dad, there's a riot at the docks. Let rushes up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the ravens are out there, but she's worried that things get out of hand. We actually get food? We're gonna die. When you get down to the docks, it's pandemonium. Few work on the ship now as ravens stand over bodies while a huge crowd roars in anger. Bolver's axe are covered in blood. What happened? You shout, pushing your way through the riders. What do you think happened? Responds Bolverk coolly. Didn't take them long to figure out we were building ships right under their noses, and they can't have one. You gonna lend us a hand or just stand there? Try to calm people down. It's not going to work. You brandish your axe low and try to find a voice over the chaos. It goes wrong quickly when one of the riders gets a quick jab in, smashing across the bridge of your nose, covering your face in blood. The last thing you remember is falling backward. By the time you regain consciousness, the ride is finally being driven off. Won't save you next time, you hear Bolverk say. This one's free. You stagger back to the wall with a new injury. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's out here. With the number of losses we've taken, I'm sure it won't be long now. Irvin leans silently on his staff nearby. One of your clansmen comes to you out of breath. Rook, he says, things are real bad. Look, there's nothing you can do at this point, but a lot of the caravan has been robbed, killed, just disappeared. Those of us left are going to split up and hide where we can. Wanted you to know, in case we somehow pull through this. He runs off, clearly distressed. You grimace, wondering how this could have played out another way. You consider what you want to do now, knowing what Whatever. Krumar for leading the warriors. Krumar, you shout, this is your expertise. Are you willing? Krumar is more than happy to switch off leading the charge, giving Ivor a break between fights. He spends the rest of the day showing you complex war strategies to reduce losses. Oh, we have to go to Lowtown. I didn't even notice. While everyone sleeps, you go to the house marked on your map, which is an aging mead hall, falling apart but otherwise not out of the ordinary. The door is closed and nobody's around. Excuse me, murmurs Oddleaf. We came all the way from Skullgurg and we were just wondering if we would have a valuable drinking horn you didn't want anymore. You give her a grin. You never know. You consider it your next move. Look for another entrance. Just a telltale notch on the roof for smoke to escape. Oddleaf sees you eyeing it. I'll do it, she says. If you give me a boost. I'll give her a go ahead. You nod and she manages to slip through the tight hole in the roof and is gone. Several tense minutes later, there are sounds at the door, which slowly opens to Oddleaf holding an ornate drinking horn. As the door shuts behind her, you spy several sleeping men inside. No problem, she says. Looking at the horn, it strikes you as one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, with gold inlays, intricate carvings, and an unusual wooden base. Something primal makes you want to keep it. Oddleaf notes and says, I wouldn't stop you. No, we want food. You fight the urge to simply abscond with the horn. People might die of hunger if we don't give this back, you say. Oddleaf nods, though you can tell it's half-hearted. Early the next morning, you return with the horn to the man in the alley. That's it, the man beams at you and hands over the horn. I thought about going back on my promise, he says, but I don't like to complicate things. Come to the market and I'll make sure you get a fair price on what you need. Market day. We need so much food, we'll buy it all. Oh, good. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. We've lost a lot of fighters, he mumbles. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then, from the distance, you hear a horn. Toot-toot. The Dredge don't use horns. It occurs to you. Ivern appears at your side, just as the long caravan of people come into view. Dredge trying to attack them. Who is that, you ask? It can't be, says Ivern. He runs towards the gates, shouting, You see their banner? It's Hakan. As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge into the battlefield, clearing a path through the Dredge. Who do we want? We want the daughter. Ready for battle? Gross. Not a horrible lineup, but... Go there. Lady. There, ready. Wait, why is he first? Dang. Whatever. Easy turn to waste. I didn't notice the guys over here. Well... Might as well get started, huh? Get here. Blood of flail time. Wow, we did a lot of damage to his health, didn't we? Far more than I was thinking. Let's get this guy here. And bloody flail. Oh, he's pretty hurt. That's pretty good. Just 5 damage? 8 damage. Give it to him, Rook. And give us more renown. We can shoot this guy for 5, which makes him pretty weak. Which I do like. The 4 guy. We just want him out of the way. He's taking up so much room. Not the best, but... What else do we do? Another guy out of the picture. We want to get more people weak. Make them a bunch of nothings. Possible. There we go. Oh! Well, not exactly what I wanted, but... Yep, finish him off. May as well. Ooh. Nope, sorry guy. I don't 100% understand the whirlwind, I'll admit. I don't know why the one guy died, honestly. But it doesn't matter at the moment. Give us... That's going towards food. You know, I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Irvine. She smiles and they embrace. Irvine is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Stringhorn around the problems. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad to see you made it out alive, Yoggenver. I take it the others didn't? Hakan becomes quiet, then he motions towards Juno. She got across somehow. Found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned. I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on. No need to tempt him by standing out here. Hakan's caravan enters the streets, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borsgard. Yay! Hakan, woo! Joins you on the wall with his personal bodyguard, Morg. You discuss what to do next. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Irvine. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Irvine's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days, maybe less if you're quick as you look. Tell everyone who needs to know. Where? Why? Not far, says Juno. She pauses, and something shifts in your vision just for a moment. I know it's hard, she says, a voice filling your head, and you've already been through a lot. Yeah, we lost Eagle. As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away, but you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. Mind control. Ooh. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge who are all facing towards an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Dumb mage. I hate you. Mind controlling me. Is this their god? Emblem Man? Or the Godstone of Stravs. You glance nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay, you can speak, softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profanely creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. What are we doing out here? Do you know the god Stravs? Few know this stone exists. even amongst those who have lived their whole lives in Borsgard. While Dengel deals in fortune, Strav's taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them that it has consequences, two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the snow? The gale up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of this silver. The god Strav's is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The menders call him the gods of secrets. He was both. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the godstone. There are many things we don't know about Strav's. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Strav have something to do with that serpent in Ehrentoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Why'd you pick me? Why didn't you take Irvine or Hakan? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Irvine must keep Borsgard from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived in Borsgard. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alet no matter what. Juno waits patiently for your reply. Who are you? I wish I'd have time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I'm on the Mender Council. You've met Irvine, my apprentice. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds. You're right. Menders do these things. Some must still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Volka. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind. Why not take control of Bellower? I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them, though even some Vakal have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower? It is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're really a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Volka. It is also our weakness. The Volka pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The god of secrets will play a part, as will you. Juno waits patiently for your reply. Let's see what we need and go. Let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to save Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me? Make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even if it were to strike his heart. He has no physical weaknesses, but it will sow doubt into his mind. When it pierces him, it will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane. He really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I'm not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop. So be careful. Tee-hee. Oh my gosh. My headache's gone, though. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of silver of the vein. Even without looking out into the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely. Held back only by Juno's influence, panic races through your blood. Climb higher where it might be easier to remove. As you climb, you can't help but notice the stone marks of dredge lined up before the godstone, like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. We want another piece, right? While you're here, you glance quickly around to see if there's any more low-hanging fruit. You're able to pry another, smaller piece of silver ore before your nerves give out. You nimbly descend to where Juno's waiting. Well done, she says. As you walk back through the dredge, their heads turn in unison to follow you. The dredge that lingers and shakes, and the shaking in your hand does not. The dread that lingers, and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. Yay, we got the stone thing. You approach the gates of Borsgard again, relieved that they are still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Alette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls once we are done. Shoot, that's a lot of food. We're done. Heroes. Someone gets an upgrade. Hakan, Gris, Morg, Ivor, Gunolf. Man, we got a rock solid team here, don't we? 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. Crafters, let's go. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare. I talked with Irvine a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? Maybe too powerful. As long as she's on our side. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what Let me do it. What? Why not? 'Cause you think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Scourge feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. I'm sorry, Alette. No. She stares into the firelight. You wait for tears to come to her eyes, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. I think I know where this is going. There he is. Juno's in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are you going to do that? I take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what are the chances of defeating him? We saw what happened at Arentoff. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks in your eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I cannot say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower hound our every step, all the way to Aberrang, where I am certain more sunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones and memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Let's go. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence, walking through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your first footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It is time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions to decide on which side we stand. A let is required. I just want to move her down the row, okay? We're promoting her. She gonna be in here? We might as well have her up. Man, we want Ivor, don't we? Man, this guy's so good. Hmm. Oh, let's go. We'll start waiting. You cannot use the arrow till there's no chance of missing. Got it. Yeah, no one's stepping up. Come on. Still your courage, you need only say Bellower. Yeah? You just ignore everyone else? Is that the plan? Now I had to move up, sorry. We must break through the armor first. Ow. I know what else to do. Get that 7 up. Nope. We want to attack him. Wow, we can get rid of 9 armor right away. Boom! That was a good shot. Good shot indeed. Keep Bellower weakened. His strength will return. There we go. We hurt him quite a bit. I don't know. Ooh. Meow. Well, let's take out the more hurty guy. Ooh. Do we need to kill him all the way then? Or do we have to take out all of his armor? Oh, how'd that guy get a go? No, we don't need to do any. Just boom. Yeah, I can't see under your text, lady. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Silver arrow time. He didn't like that. Look, no! Did he just crush him? That's what it sounded like. No, Dad. Please help him. Haste, child. Finish Bellower off now. We're getting up there then. No point in dallying. Dang. Look at how far back he busted all our dudes. Four's a good hit. Seven's even better. Ooh. We'll go up one. Might as well bop his shield as hard as we can. Hurry, they're becoming hard to control. I'm trying, lady. The music's getting loud and swelling. I don't like it. Ayo. Is that it? He fell on top of Rook. Damn it, Rook. Not you too. Dad, get up. Get up, help me. Where are the menders? Hush, child, look at me. It's been too long. Put up your hood. You are alive and we must go. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from Varl warriors who push their advantage. Alette, become someone else today. There is time to be Alette another day. I will carry your father back to the city. He will be honored properly. I promise you that. Come now. Rook, no. Juno was right. With Bellower fallen, the Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Borisgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of your father's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Aberrang. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. Hakan has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Alette, it's nearly time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Borisgard, find somewhere safe. One ship is done already. at the docks. I had it prepared for Rook. I don't think I can do this. Come, Alette. It's time to honor your father. Oh, that's it. Oh, man. I kind of thought that would be it. Oh, gosh. That kind of made me tear up a little bit. Rook. Although I think having Alette die, I kind of knew that a bit, because after my first playthrough I looked some things up about the game. And I just figured it was more fitting for him to die than his daughter. Besides, I guess we listened to the crazy guy, right? He said the caravan needs an Alette. I guess I can give my thoughts. The gameplay itself, I'm not very good at. I'm not very much a tactics person, for this kind of game at least. The whole armor and vitality / strength thing, I can see how you could get into that and how that could be very strategic. Weakening people down and leaving them around to waste turns. Especially since how the game works, where it's literally your turn, their turn, your turn, their turn, rather than there being set order. Like, there's a set order for who of your people goes next, but there's no such thing as like speed in this game. It's literally, instead of like having your guys first, then theirs. That's, like I said, a take turn thing, not... I don't know how to really explain it. Instead of like your guys going, character 1, 2, 3, 4, and then enemy 1, 2, 3, 4, it's your guy 1, their guy 1, your guy 2, their guy 2, or whatever. I can see how someone would get into it. Again, wasn't for me. I turned it down to easy, and I really don't mind. The music's still very loud. Besides that, I don't think there's much more for me to really say. I really enjoyed about gameplay. Story, I enjoyed it a lot. Sad. Can't believe we lost Eagle. Tried so hard, we even got a second chance, and it just wasn't enough. That was a long time betrayal waiting, though. Like, I looked it up. I feel like I'd have to restart the game if I wanted Eagle to live. And that's just not going to happen. Will I play the second game? I don't know. I do not own the second game, so I might not play it. The story is good, though, and it does interest me, so maybe I will go ahead and pick it up at some point when it's on sale. Besides that, I'm not sure. For what I'm going to do next after this, I think I'm going to try a game called Juarez Gunslinger, I think it's called. Assuming it works. I tried one of them on the computer, and the only thing that kept happening was I got to a point, and then a glitch would happen where I'd fall through the ground every single time, and I couldn't find a way around it, so maybe that'll happen and it won't work. Wow, how many Kickstarter people are there? Oh, we can just wee. Wow, we're still in the A's, the D's, the CJ. We would have been here forever. Complete the game without letting anyone in your caravan die to hunger, I'm going to guess that says. Sorry, Rook. With your good old axe, I'm going to miss you. I guess that's going to be it. Whew. Well, we'll see if we continue this or not. But besides that, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider commenting, subscribing, and all that other YouTube stuff. And I suppose I will see you next time. Bye!